Now, the next thing that you have related to this chapter is full employment and involuntary unemployment. Mark this title, guys, all. So, guys, let's first understand what is full employment. So, when the whole workforce of an economy, workforce means those people, including men and women, those who are willing to work and are able to work, those who are willing to work and are able to work. So, all those are part of workforce. So, when the entire workforce of an economy has a job for them, has work for them, whether they really work or not, that is irrespective, that is irrelevant here, guys. But they must have work at least. So if they have work for them, the entire workforce, then it is called full employment level. But here also we keep a margin of 5%. So suppose there are 100 people, that is the strength of workforce is 100 in an economy. Out of this, 95 have job, have work for them. Whether they work or not, that is irrelevant. But work for 95 people are there, is there in the economy. Then it would be called state of full employment. Have you got me, guys, or not? I'm asking all guys.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So it is the state where all the workforce, that is people who are willing and able to work, have work for them, whether they really work or not, except 5% of the workforce. I should have written this here. All the workforce, except 5% of the workforce, have work for them, whether they really work or not. Is it clear, guys, or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, next is, guys, unemployment. So, people out of the workforce or the total workforce of an economy who do not have any work for them except 5% of the workforce or over and above 5% of the workforce are called unemployed. Next is, guys, involuntary unemployment. When somebody is willing and able to work but does not have any work is called unemployed involuntarily. Is called unemployed involuntarily. Involuntarily means without his will. He is unemployed without his will. Why? Because he is willing to work. Following are the types of involuntary unemployment. First is structural unemployment. So, guys, note down everything till here and then I explain you what is structural unemployment. Guys, structural unemployment is, or this kind of unemployment takes place when economy shifts from one sector to another. When an economy shifts from one sector to another, that is called structural changes in the economy. For example, 35 years back, we did not have software industry here in India at all. We had engineers working only for mechanical, for electrical, for electronics, for civil work. There was no software development at all in India, guys. Slowly, software industry got developed in our country, and because of that, most of the engineers these days they get employment in software industry. But when initially the software industry came, they had a dearth of employees, they had dearth of people. Why? Because such skills were not developed at that time in our country. So slowly engineers skilled themselves to be able to work in software industry. Why? Because the pattern of work there is easy and the remuneration, the salary part is much higher than what a mechanical engineer or a civil or electrical engineer gets. So this was structural change in the economy. So when there is structural change, some industries get developed, get nourished, some industries sink. The industry which sinks, which now does not have much presence, the people, those who were skilled for that industry, now they become unemployed. Like when computers were introduced very first time in India, many people became unemployed because they were not knowing how to use and run computers. When software industry got established in our country, that time also the same thing happened. Because with development of software industry, many capitalists started putting their money in software business instead of into bricks and mortar business, that is mechanical business. Have you understood this, guys, or not? I'm asking all,
Yes, sir.
everyone, right?
Yes,
Long
sir.
back, long
Yes,
back
sir.
in ancient times, our most of our GDP was coming from primary sector, that is from agriculture, from fishing, from forestry, from mining. But later there was a great shift in the economy from primary to secondary sector, that is man-made goods, which are made in factories. So when this happened, many people, those who were working in fields as farmers or tillers, They could not get employment in factories because they were not skilled enough to work in factories, to work with machines. The same happened when the economy shifted from secondary sector to tertiary sector, that is service sector, where we have software, we have trading, we have hotel, we have tourism, we have entertainment industries. Right, guys? So whenever there is structural change in the economy, many people get or left, many people are left unemployed because they are not fit for the new industry. And the old industries in which they were working, they have almost no presence. They do not have much jobs. Those earlier who were knowing C++, Visual Basic languages of software development, that is programming, now they have become unemployed. Why? Because now these languages and software are not used. Now we have Python, that is for data analysis, but for programming we have Java, we have .NET and many more. So within an industry also there can be structural change. Even you want to work but you do not have work because now you have obsolete skills with you, and that is what is structural unemployment, guys. And the next one, guys, is frictional unemployment. So when you shift from one business to another, from one company to another, you shift your job within the same industry or in different industry, like from banking to insurance or from insurance to software. And in case your new employer is in the new city, in some other city, let's say earlier you were working in Bangalore and now you have got your job in Gurgaon. Now there is a great distance from Bangalore to Gurgaon. So it is difficult for you to join the new employer just in one day. You require some days to get settled in the new city, to have a house for you there, and then you can only join the new company. The number of days for which you remain unemployed after leaving old employer and joining the new employer, that period when you are unemployed is called frictional unemployment. Have you all understood this, guys, or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And guys, the last one is disguised unemployment. Disguised disguised employment, guys, is the one when people seem to be working but actually they do not have work for the whole day. This happens mainly in primary sector, that too in agriculture sector when a family with many family members have one common field in which they all work, but none of them work there for 8 hours a day on a regular basis. So somebody goes there for 4 hours, somebody goes to the field for 3 hours, and this is how they have distributed the work over the field. With this, they all seem employed, but none of them are fully employed. And that is what is disguised employment. Have you all got me or not, guys? You guys note down this much all and let me know once you are done with this, guys. We have around 8 minutes for this session, and after that, we have BS class, that is commerce class. About underemployment, guys, I have explained you earlier also when we were understanding equilibrium level of income or equilibrium of an economy. Underemployment means you have employment but you do not have full time work, or you have full time work but you are not getting the work according to your skills. Are you getting my point, guys, or not? You are rather given inferior work, not the work that you deserve, or you are getting lesser salary than the industry average. Then also you are underemployed. So it is a state when a worker is either not employed for the whole day on regular basis, or does not get the work or has been assigned a work inferior to his skills or is underpaid. So, guys, with this, we have discussed everything about employment and unemployment.